Crisp and beautiful. Oh, oh, that was strong. I've been obsessed again with sparkling waters, everybody. Specifically, Topo Chico. That's what we're on right now. This one is my favorite right now. So, go get you some and match with me. You can sip on it too while we hang out. How is everybody doing? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to my Absolutely Fried podcast. My name is Jezabelle, and every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we get absolutely fried together on Kick and Twitch. Hi! If you're watching on YouTube, hello. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're more of a listener than a viewer, just know that this podcast is available to you on every streaming platform. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Samsung, Amazon, you name it, it's there. Just search Absolutely Fried and it'll pop up. Or you can check the description for the links. Also, please don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at Absolutely Fried Podcast. How's everyone feeling today? How are we feeling? I'm just going to go ahead right off the bat, boom, and just drop the bomb. Y'all know that I applied for my new apartment. I did not get approved. Well, I got approved, but I wasn't the choice. I was not the chosen one, but that is okay. I was obsessed with that fucking apartment, and it was literally perfect, but wasn't meant for me. Not sure why. Maybe there's something better out there that's coming available that I don't know about. So I'm not upset about it. I'm one of those types of people that's like, you know, it's not meant for me. Something better is coming. So damn, I don't know. I think if that wasn't my place, then holy shit, our next place is going to be real fucking nice because that place was fucking great. So shit, y'all. This is your first stream. Welcome, welcome. Well, this is a good first stream to be joining in on because it's going to be different. We've never done this before, but I thought that it would be a lot of fun for us to do. Typically, most Wednesdays, we do something called What Would Jezabelle Do Wednesday, where you guys anonymously submit to me through the link, which, by the way, it's always there in the description on YouTube and also linked on my profile on Twitch and Kick. So if you're watching there, boom. Or if you're just listening to the podcast, it's also linked in the description of whatever platform you're using so that you guys can submit to me anonymously whatever issues you're going through. If you've got a story you want to tell me, if there's a decision weighing on your mind, you submit it, I give you my opinion on it. But this week, today specifically, I was just hanging out on Reddit and I decided to go through Am I the Asshole? And that one, and also Reddit confessions. I don't know. That's what I did today. I worked out, y'all. Healthy girl. I was in the gym and instead of watching like TV or something, I was reading these submissions. Look at me, educational, getting my vocabulary up and shit, starting to read instead of just watching videos. Yep. And I have chosen to read the confessions Reddit and the Am I the Asshole? So boom, y'all. I saved a fuck ton of them. And we're going to go through and we're going to read them. And instead of giving my opinion on what you guys have going on, I'm going to give my opinion on what the fuck these people have going on. And so are you. Because the reason I saved them is for us to talk about it. Let's go ahead and spark up and get into this. I also want to show you guys something new that I did. I bought myself some, and I know this is going to be debatable, because some of you are going to be like, Jezabelle, those don't do shit. I got myself some blue light glasses. I did. They're for Christmas. I bought myself 3 pairs on like the Lens Crafters, what was it, Black Friday sale. I bought 3 pairs. 3. Jesus. And I'm going to keep one out, but I'm going to wrap the other 2 and put them under my Christmas tree because they're Christmas presents to myself. But the ones that I might keep out that I'm obsessed with are these ones. I'm going to go ahead and put them on because they make me feel like really smart. And since we're going to be reading off of an iPad, check these out. Oh my God, aren't they so cute? I love them. I was walking on the treadmill and I had them on. I felt like so smart because instead of watching TV, I was on the treadmill and I was like reading and shit. I was like, oh my God, they're so cute, aren't they? Ah! Isn't there a blue light mode on your phone? Shh. I don't get to be a fashion icon if I use that. Duh. Now I'm like pushing myself to like go and sit at like a coffee shop or something and like wear these glasses, read or some shit on my phone. Very mysterious, right? Whatever. Anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Oh my God, being crisscross applesauce right now has me fucking sweating. God, am I getting menopause already? Hot flashes and shit. Let's get into it. Where should we start? Ooh, are we gonna start with one that's just fucking crazy right off the bat? Here we go. Sexy secretary, stop. All right, here we go. It's been 20 years and I still can't stop loving her. This one's is from the confessions. There's going to be a mix of ones from Reddit confessions and Am I the Asshole? Here's what it says. I'm in my late 40s. I've been married to my wife for over 20 years. This shit makes me sick. Makes me fucking sick. I absolutely love her and the life we've made. However, I also know I'm still madly in love with my ex-girlfriend, the girl I left behind to move to the city to chase my career. There hasn't been a day that's passed that I haven't thought about her. That's fucked up. That is really fucked up. Recently, she contacted me to reconnect me with her father. In doing so, she and I started to talk again, and she admitted that the thoughts and feelings I have for her are mutual. Not a day has passed that she hasn't thought the same, which is like crazy to say that like you've been married for 20 years and there hasn't been a day that's gone by that you haven't thought about your ex, because imagine being on the other side of that shit. Imagine being the significant other to this fucking person and like having like the best day of your life. Because like, you know, when you're married to somebody for 20 fucking years, the best day of your life is most likely going to be a day with your partner, right? And so imagine having that best day of your life and then finding out that your partner quite literally, even during that best day of your life, was still thinking about their ex. That's insane. Here we go. Gets worse though. But she's also married and has kids and super happy with her husband. It does not sound like it. Just like I am with my wife and my kids. But a part of our heart belongs to the other, and we really have no idea what to do with that love other than just continue to lock it away. To protect our marriages, we decided to stop talking again, but I still think of her every day. I truly love my wife. I also truly love my ex, and I have no idea what to do with those emotions. Now, mind you, he added an update to this, probably because a ton of people responded to this and were most likely shitting on him for having this situation pan out. He said, sorry I wasn't clear. My wife knows about her. Somehow that makes it better. Somehow in his head, that makes it better. I don't know how that would make that shit better, because your wife knowing about this situation, if I was your wife, that would make me feel worse. Bitch, hide this from me. Lock this shit away and don't tell me about it. Why the fuck would you... She knows what the ex meant to me in the past. You say meant to you in the past, but yet here you are in the present still thinking about her. And she knows about the exchange. There are no secrets, and my wife also knows I cherish my marriage. That's why I discontinued the conversation with my ex. There's no way I would trade that for the taste of the past. And then he goes into talk about how much he loves his wife and she's incredibly beautiful and blah, 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 blah. Whatever the fuck. Buddy, let me be real with you about situations like this, because I feel like situations like this aren't uncommon. This is not uncommon when people are still in love. Let me use their words, still in love with an ex, which I don't believe that's the case. I believe that you are in love with the idea of the person. You're not in love with that person. It's been 20 fucking years. You don't know who that person is. 20 years? That's a lot of time for somebody to change. Hell, I'm a whole of a lot fucking different than I was last year. Probably a couple months ago. I am completely different. So 20 fucking years, that's not the same person. You're in love with the idea. You're in love with what you had before. Who you knew back then 20 fucking years ago. That is not the same person. And so I wish I could remember it. Maybe some of you know this. Hollywood shows us this shit a lot. Like there was a movie that Adam Sandler was in that was, he was a comedian and he ended up like getting diagnosed with like this, what's it called? Like a disease that was supposed to kill him, but he ended up surviving, and like the treatment he did worked, and he ended up realizing that he was like still in love with his like first girlfriend or some shit, and so he tried chasing after her, right? But she was married with kids and everything, and they slept together, so she cheated on her husband with him and everything, and he thought that he wanted to be with her until he realized the baggage that came with her, which was 2 fucking kids, realized they were not the same people that they used to be, and she actually refused to leave her husband for him. Does anyone know what movie that is? It's a great movie. You really should watch it if you haven't seen it. I love Adam Sandler movies. But yeah, no, you're not in love with this person. You're in love with the idea of this person. You need to let that shit go and move on. 20 fucking years. You've literally had babies with somebody else. First of all, if you really want that person that bad, this person that you're so in love with from 20 years ago, buddy, if you've always been this in love with them, why the fuck did you start up an entire relationship? Not just a relationship, but a commitment, a marriage, and 2 kids. 2 fucking kids with a whole other person. I'm sorry, but did you just waste that person's life? Because you're saying, oh yeah, just like to protect our marriages, we decided to stop talking to each other. If y'all continued to talk, would you have cheated? So did you actually just turn around and both of you waste 2 people's lives? That's insane. That is insane. I can't even imagine doing that. So this isn't in the Reddit submissions for Am I the Asshole? But I'm just going to go ahead and say this person is an asshole. That's fucking ridiculous. If you're still in love, and I think that most people that watch me are younger. Hear me when I say this. If there's somebody that you're still in love with, do not turn around and marry somebody else. Go chase that person. Go see if you're meant to be with that person. Don't sit here and bottle up these feelings and then waste somebody's life to ruin a marriage 20 fucking years later. That's ridiculous. Because if you want me to be real with you, in all honesty, it sounds selfish. This whole situation sounds incredibly selfish. And if you turn around and ruin that 20-year marriage, oh my fucking God. You're ruining your own life too. Because if you've got kids, you're ruining their lives. Oh my God. So please, if there's one thing that you learn from this, go after the person you love. You know, I've actually had somebody DM me before that I think I read one of their submissions for What Would I Do Wednesday? And it was about a guy talking about his girlfriend. And I think that they had split up, but there wasn't like serious detrimental issues in their relationship. It was more like a lot of miscommunication problems. And she just seemed as though she was going through a lot and she wasn't really able to be present in the relationship that she needed to, in the way that she needed to be. And I explained that to him rather than him just thinking that like she doesn't love him anymore or yada, yada, yada. And they ended up actually getting back together and working through it. And he realized that he actually did just need to be there for her. So don't let love escape you, because then you end up like this person 20 years later in a marriage that he says he wants to be in. Yet, mind you, he's still thinking about another fucking person every day. Don't let that be your life, because that man, chances are the way that he submitted this, it sounds like he's just going to stay with the woman, which in all honesty sort of sounds like he's settling. And you don't ever want somebody to feel what it feels like to be the second choice or the person that you're settling for. You don't want to have somebody like you'll never experience what that's like to be that person if you're on the giving end of that. But just imagine what that feels like, that the rest of your life is spent as a settlement, as a second choice. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up. All right, that was the first one. Let's get into the next one, y'all. Damn, we started off strong on that one. I didn't realize that I had that as the first one saved. Here we go. This one's an Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for dropping our dinner on the ground and walking out when my boyfriend asked me, "What's for dinner, bitch?" Here we go. I was over my boyfriend's apartment this weekend and I was cooking dinner because he was studying for exams. I made pasta and a chunky sauce with meatballs and veggies. I told him dinner was ready and he goes, "What's for dinner tonight, bitch?" With like a lot of emphasis on the last word. I was fed up. I'd had a pretty rough day with work and I have some awfully bad associations with that word being used by other people in my life who were pretty abusive. So I was so irritated that I dropped the pot of pasta sauce I'd been carrying right on the ground and was like, well, nothing's for dinner tonight now, and I better not hear you use that word again. He was freaking out about how the sauce landed on his rug, and he even said, you're seriously acting like a bitch right now. I don't know what else to call it. I just walked out and got takeout for myself and went to my friend's house. She thought it was funny, and my boyfriend was furious. He kept texting me and calling me and sending me voice memos trying to explain that saying what's for dinner tonight, bitch, was a TikTok trend. I remember this fucking trend. I remember this trend. Do you guys remember this trend? Y'all saying like, no way, that's real. This was an actual trend. You can look it up on TikTok. And it was like the most fucked up trend ever. It was a trend that died out very quickly, but you can look up videos and find it on TikTok. That shit was fucking terrible because like the videos of women are like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck did you just call me? Because like, how is that a trend? How is demeaning somebody? How is calling somebody outside their name a trend? The fact that there was a trend to just like shit on women is crazy. And here's the thing. He said that it was for a TikTok trend. Where's the video? It was for, yeah, exactly. Disrespecting your girlfriend is not a trend. Exactly. And so, sorry, lost my train of thought because I'm fried right now. If this was a trend, I want him to pull up the video because he's saying, oh, it was a TikTok trend, then show me the video. If there's no video, then it seems like you just did this for shits and giggles for yourself. So you just wanted to disrespect your girlfriend just for shits and giggles? That's insane. That's actually insane. She said, I thought that was the shittiest excuse ever. It doesn't matter if he saw it as a joke or stole the quote unquote joke. It was still disrespectful, but it didn't change the fact he thought that shit was funny to demean me when I was trying to do him a favor. Like hell, I came over when he was studying to make home cooked dinner and he decides it's time for jokes. So I put my phone on do not disturb for the night and split a bottle of wine with my friends and her roommate. The next morning, he was sending me angry texts demanding I clean his rug because he was too busy with exams to do it. And this is exactly why you don't do wifely duties when you are not a wife. Are you serious? He does a fucked up joke, a fucked up trend. Gets the, what would that be called? I don't know, the repercussions of his actions. That's exactly what that is, babe. And he wants her to clean it up, so he does the joke. Girlfriend gets upset. Instead of comforting girlfriend and saying, I am so sorry. It was just a TikTok trend. I shouldn't have done it. It was stupid. He looks at this woman and says, you clean it up. That's insane. That's actually fucking insane. I was so shocked he left it overnight. That's disgusting. That's a whole other thing. He let it soak into the fucking carpet. That's so childish. That shit spilled on his rug and he ignored it. That's disgusting. That's actually really fucking gross. I didn't even think of that part. He called me and told me that he was okay with doing his own household work, but I did throw a full pot of sauce at the ground, so that's on me to clean up. That's insane. I told him, yeah, no, I'm not comfortable doing chores for you if you see me like your quote unquote bitch. He told me he didn't and it was just a trend, and I got pissed off he was playing that TikTok trend bullshit excuse again, and I told him, well, I'm starting a trend called saucing, whereas a little joke people throw pasta sauce around. You can't be mad because it's just a little trend, a little jokey joke, just a little prank. This whole situation is insane. I hope she broke up with him. I wonder if she gave an edit. I don't know. She didn't give an update. She never gave an update. I would have really loved an update that she left him, because she still called him boyfriend. This should say ex-boyfriend. I'm not even going to hold you. This should say fucking ex-boyfriend on this shit. That's so childish. That's actually crazy. Here we go with the next one. Oh, this one was interesting. This one was fucked up, actually. Wow. No, there's a couple fucked up ones that I saved. This is definitely one of them. Am I the asshole for jumping out of a bathroom window to avoid my mom's attempt at forcing a reunion between me and my ex-fiance? Some backstory. I had been dating my ex-fiance, Sarah, for 4 years. We had been planning to get married in November 2020, but I found out at the start of this month that she cheated on me. She begged me to give her another chance, but I broke it off. The problem was that being cheated on is, in my mind, completely emasculating and humiliating, so I never told anyone that that was the reason we broke up. For obvious reasons, Sarah also didn't tell people we broke up because she cheated. So people have quote-unquote blamed me for the breakup, including my mom. They just see that I dumped her out of the blue. That's fucking crazy. That's really fucking crazy. I've gone very strict no contact with Sarah after I discovered she was cheating on me. Sarah has been talking with my mom and has convinced her that if we could talk one more time, we would be able to reconcile. My mom has been applying hardcore pressure on me to talk with Sarah, but I've explained that there's no chance we will ever get back together. So tonight, I go over to my mom's place because she's hosting family for Christmas Eve. I'm there for a bit talking with my aunts and uncles and cousins when the doorbell rings and I can see it's Sarah. I ask what the fuck is going on, and my mom says she invited Sarah so we can work this out in the spirit of the holidays. That is a fucked up mom. That is so crazy. Anytime I hear about like parents like trying to like overly play this role in their kids' relationships, that's fucking weird. That is so weird. If there's any, to anyone that's becoming a new parent, if there's one thing you don't do, it's be in your kids' relationships. Let them be in their relationships and do the shit that they do. Do not get involved and try to force kids back together. That's so fucking weird, dude. That in the spirit of the holidays is crazy. This whole thing is weird. But hold on, it gets fucking weirder, bitch. It gets weirder. I'm pissed now because the only way to explain my side of the story is to tell everyone I was cheated on. Complete humiliation in front of my whole family. So as my mom goes to the front door, I go into the bathroom. My mom starts knocking on the door saying that I need to come out and talk to my ex like an adult. I say, fuck it, kick out the window screen and get in my car and go home. Would have done the same damn shit. I would have done the same damn thing. I would have climbed out the window too. Abso-fucking-lutely. My mom called a short while ago saying she's cutting ties with me over my behavior. She's really fixated on me jumping out of a window, and that Sarah will always be like a child to her. What? Like a child? As if you don't have a child? What? My sister called me after to ream me out for ruining Christmas. I broke down and told her that Sarah cheated on me, which is why I dumped her and didn't want to see her under any circumstances. She called me a big asshole who was lying to cover for myself. Am I really in the wrong? I don't think anybody needed to tell this boy that he is not in the fucking wrong. That's insane. That's actually fucking insane. I don't even know. You know, I read through a lot of stories today in this whole submission thing. And there's a lot of people's parents who just fucking turned on them for random fucking people. That's incredibly weird to me that you have your own children already. And then you sit here and you talk about these people being like a child to you. Does that make any fucking sense? And then, mind you, not only that, he opens up to his sister, and his sister just completely dismisses him. I'd never do that. Baby, I don't need no proof. If I went through a situation like this with my brother, and he turned around to me and he told me she cheated on me, Jezabelle, I don't need no proof. I believe you. I believe you 1,000,000%. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a shit. He could be blatantly lying to my face. Still gonna 1,000,000% believe him because of the fact that that's my fucking brother. That's my brother. That's crazy actually. To even immediate jump to just, I don't believe you, you're an asshole. How about call Sarah up? How about we call her up and we ask her, hey, my brother says you cheated. Is that true? How about we do that? At the end of the day, that's my brother, dog. Absolutely not. And here's the thing. If my brother came to me, he told me, Jezabelle, actually, I lied about that. You're my brother. It is what it is. That shit's fucked up, but whatever. I don't know that woman. I don't know that woman. I don't know that person. That's family. I don't know what to tell you. Doesn't mean that if my family does something bad, I'm not going to disagree with it. Absolutely will. But I'm still going to side with my family. That's just how I was raised. I know some people may not agree with that, but that's just how I was raised. God damn. I wish all of these had updates. Sometimes they'll update you, but not always. I love when they do. Oh, this person gave a lot of updates. I wonder if we'll need it. Oh, this one is interesting. Here we go. What am I smoking tonight? Thank you for asking. Secret Breakfast by Sonoma Hill Farms. I think that's what it's called. I've got 2 of them. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking my brother not to bring his boyfriend to my wedding? Let's get into it. This one's actually sad too, because you could tell that this person's hurting by this whole situation. Okay, this is the worst. I'm losing sleep over this. I'm getting married in a week to an awesome woman, and I cannot wait to be her husband. Oh, my heart. Holy shit. That's how you want every man to feel. We are so excited. My brother is gay, but my family doesn't know. Only me and my parents know. I come from a very old school traditional family, so the old part of the family, grandparents and some aunts and uncles, still have last century's mind, and the younger portion, cousins, siblings, are more open-minded and are living in the present. So my brother has been dating his boyfriend for 6 months now. The dude is great. I'm so happy my brother found a great guy, but it's kind of a secret as he hasn't told my family he is gay. I've been telling him for years that he should come out because I know it stresses him out a lot. And I think it will make him feel better not to hide anymore. Plus, I bet a few family members already know anyway. But he disagrees because he knows a part of the family won't accept it and it will be a lot of drama. I see the opposite. I see it as the sooner you know who the idiots are, the sooner we can cut them out of our lives. I have no interest in having someone in my life that doesn't accept my brother for being gay. That's a real one. That's exactly what I mean. Like, this is your fucking family. Like, what a great brother too. Holy shit. Anyway, that's his decision, not mine. So for now, he won't say anything until a few weeks ago when he said he wants to bring his boyfriend to my wedding. I was not expecting that, to be honest. So he went from 0 to 100 pretty fast. If it was any other occasion, I would be supportive, obviously, but I don't think my wedding day is the day to do that. Imagine all the drama and gossip and bullshit that would happen. And I don't want to get the attention away from my fiance. That's her day. And I don't want to have to worry about that on my wedding day I think that's a pretty good reason. I asked him why my wedding day. He said it's because he wants to celebrate love with the 2 people he loves the most, me and his boyfriend. This is killing me. I would fight my whole family for my brother and never speak to them again if I had to. But my wedding day is supposed to be a celebration, not a family fight. And I can't do this to my wife. That might ruin our future. I didn't even tell her. She is already so stressed out. I don't want to make it even worse. With a heavy heart, I asked him to please come alone to the wedding and that I hope he understands me. He started crying and left my house without saying anything. The next day, I got a text and he said, "Don't worry, going alone." I tried calling him and he didn't answer me, and my parents don't seem to know what's happening because they didn't say anything. He eventually called me back a few days later. We spoke. He said he understands my side, but things are still weird between us. This is the worst situation of my life. Am I the asshole for handling it the way that I did? I don't think so at all. I think he handled that perfectly. This guy sounds like an amazing person. He sounds like he loves his brother so fucking much. But this is definitely not the fucking time to come out, baby. It's really not. Any other time. Do it at Christmas dinner. Literally any other time, any other family gathering. But a wedding is not a family gathering. I'm just going to be real with you. A wedding is not a family gathering. A wedding is about two people, the two people getting married, and nothing more. There should not be any big announcements there. You could hate me for this one, but dude, what the fuck is up with people and proposing at weddings? That's insane. That's fucking ridiculous. Unless it was planned together and it's like everybody is like in on this shit, like the bride and the groom already know about it, Don't fucking do that shit, dog. When it comes to a wedding, it is about only two fucking people. That is it. There should not be any drama that gets brought up, any fighting, anything like that. I feel like weddings are the one place where people decide to have like a gray area, kind of like compromise. It's the wedding, we come together and we celebrate these two people, and that is it. We don't talk about these bad things. We don't talk about the issues we have. We coexist perfectly fine, and then we go our separate ways. That's what happens. That's what I believe weddings are supposed to be like. So I don't think that that's the right situation. I don't think that he's an asshole for telling him no. It sounds like he did it in a very respectful way, and it sounds like he truthfully like very much weighed this in his brain, because he gave a very detailed reasoning to his brother as to why he doesn't think that this is a good idea. But you know, is there an update? No update about his brother specifically. I was wondering if he gave an update about whether or not his brother came out eventually. Coming out is so difficult. So difficult. But I feel like this kid probably has it like a lot easier than he thinks that he has it to come out, because he's saying that his brother knows. So his siblings know and are accepting of him. And he's saying that his parents know and they're accepting of him. The only people that aren't are about to fucking die. So like what? Like, let's be real with each other. Your grandparents, you're at the age of getting married and your grandparents are the ones that are disapproving. Like, they're going to be clocking out pretty soon. It really would not be a big deal for me to tell them. I'm going to be real with you. You already got the grandparent love that you needed to get. You know, when you're a kid and your grandparents give you like extra gifts and shit like that. Like, you already got that. You know, I think you're okay. But I'm not in his shoes, so what do I know? I hope that he came out, and I hope that he's doing good. And I hope that that guy's doing good, and he's having a fantastic fucking marriage, because he sounds like a great guy. Okay, what's the next one we should do? This one was okay. I don't know if I'll do that one. Oh, this one's fucked up. This one's fucking crazy. This one's crazy, y'all. Okay. This is a confession. This is not an am I the asshole. But you know what? At the end, we will discuss whether or not this person is a fucking asshole anyway. So let me just read you the title, and then we're going to take a hit together, okay? Because we're going to need to take a hit after we read this title. I slept with my daughter's ex-boyfriend. He got me pregnant. And I had an abortion. They got back together and got married. Did your jaw just like drop another level each time? Cause what the fuck? When I was reading that, my brain subconsciously, like every 2 words was like, oh, it can't get worse than this. Oh, it can't get worse than this. Babe. So yes, everybody go ahead. Take the hit, y'all. Take the hit. Shit. Maybe I shouldn't be taking more hits. All right, quadruple homicide. That's crazy. Okay, boom. Here we go. Let's read into it. Well, this is a long one. So here we go, y'all. This was back in, let me think, maybe 1997. I was 38 and my daughter was 18. Somebody do the math for that real quick. How old are they today? And she was dating a guy named Harry, who was 24. I was an alcoholic and dabbled in other drugs, mostly cocaine. I was not a good person, let alone a mother. Not like I was abusive to my daughter or anything, but I was generally inattentive and cared more about my alcohol and drugs than her, especially in her teen years. I am 14 years sober now. Congratulations to her for that. I disapproved of my daughter dating Harry, but I never told her why. He would flirt with me constantly, and the age difference also creeped me out. How old was he at the time? Oh, wait, he was 24. Oh my God, she was 18 and he was 24. Why didn't I register in my brain? What the fuck? Hold on, what the fuck? Also, he was an alcoholic and drug user, just like me. She broke up with him over his alcoholism. Soon after she moved away, not too far, but regardless, she didn't live with me anymore. Harry kept calling me and asking me if I wanted to get drinks. I turned him down. But then one day, he said he had a bunch of coke, and I couldn't resist. That's fucking crazy. Because, like, he low-key baited her then. That's kind of fucking weird. This Harry guy is a fucking weirdo. He came over, we did the coke, and we ended up having sex. He was a very good-looking guy. He looked a lot like that ridiculous, apparently this is like a picture that was circulating on the internet, I think, 80s Justin Bieber picture that was on the front page today. That is actually what made me think about him. For the next few months, maybe like 3 to 4 months, he would sometimes come over and we would have sex and do drugs and get drunk together. Any drug addict knows what this is like to have a drug addict buddy in that way. I've seen movies and TV shows, so like I think I kind of know what she's talking about. Then I got pregnant. I knew it was by him. I had sex without a condom a few times stupidly. I never told him I was pregnant, and I went and got an abortion and kept it a secret. Okay, so she never told him. Anyways, I stopped seeing him after that. It was too weird. I also got sober for like 4 months before relapsing. Fast forward 2 years, and my daughter contacts me and tells me that she got back with Harry and that he is fully sober. I was mortified, honestly. He was going to tell her that we slept together and she is going to hate me for life. They came over one day and said, hi. And when my daughter was gone, Harry told me that there is no reason to tell her about what happened. I agreed. It's been 16 years of marriage on their part. Damn, they stayed together. They have a kid together. Oh, Harry got cancer. Wow. And then beat it. Good for him. I got sober. That's basically it. I don't see them very often. They live in Texas and I live on the East Coast. But whenever I do, there's always that tension between me and Harry. It's literally the first thing that comes to either of our minds. I can just tell. Not like sexual tension, but like, why did we have to do that? What the fuck is wrong with us? Kind of tension. Okay. I probably should have dissected this in the middle of the story because it just kept adding more in. But let's just start with the beginning. An 18-year-old and a 24-year-old, and she let that happen? I'd beat my child. I'd say no. And then if my child turned around and still got with that man, there's actually nothing you can do. Damn. 18 and 24 years old. There's really nothing you can do. They're an adult. And a lot of parents say that if you try to like keep your kid away from like somebody that you don't want them to be with, like they just want to be with them more. Ooh, there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely, is it even beating your child if they're 18 years old? That's just straight up fighting your child at that point. I'd get into it. The fuck you mean you with a 24-year-old? Then I'd beat Harry up. The fuck? The hell is going through your mind? So boom. That's the first part to address. He was an alcoholic and drug user also, on top of the fact that he was 24 and she was 18. Wow, this girl must have been fucked up from her mom because that is like 18 years old. Was this like one of her first boyfriends too? That's not what we're dissecting though. Move on. The part that we should dissect. What the fuck? You slept with her ex-boyfriend? I know she's saying it's during like a drug phase though, so maybe this is like not really sleeping with a guy because like you want to be with them, but probably more like this guy is supplying you with drugs and he's also just so happens to be around you, so you have sex with him. But how do we feel about her not telling her daughter. Do we think she should have told her daughter? Do we think that, like, I'm trying to hold on because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put myself in, like, the daughter's shoes. Would I want to know? You can't tell her now. Obviously, she can't tell her now. It's been way too fucking long and they have a kid. You can't bring that shit up. I feel like she should have told her, and I feel like she should have told her in the very fucking beginning. Like when the daughter called her up. You know, in all honesty, I actually don't think it should have been when the daughter called her up. I think it should have been after the fact. When she cut ties with him and everything and she finally got sober. You know, like when people start going through those, like when they start getting sober and then there's that whole phase where they like apologize to people, the 12-step program where they turn around and they like, okay, I did this. I'm sorry about this. That would have been the time to bring it up. It'd been like, I need to be real with you about Harry. We had a lot of sex and we did a lot of drugs. And I would have told her the whole 9. I would have definitely told her. I don't think like hiding this from her. But now she has no choice but to hide it for the rest of her life. This was 6 years ago. This was posted 6 years ago. Oh my God. That girl. Okay. Cause at the same time, y'all, this is like so random. Butterfly effect though. Butterfly fucking effect. Because if she had told her daughter, that girl probably would not have married or gotten back together with Harry. Exactly. She probably would have turned around and found somebody else. And what if the person she would have turned around and found would have been like a more functional person? Maybe somebody that doesn't have drug or alcohol issues or, you know, I don't know, fucks people's moms. You know? This could have been a whole different situation for her. That's the real butterfly effect right there. Ooh. Here we go again. Wasting people's lives. All right, let's move on. What's this one? Oh, this one was fucking weird. This one was so weird, y'all. Oh my God, this one was so weird. Here we go. Am I the asshole for my reaction to my wife giving our twin sons true crime related names? Girl, before we even fucking get into this shit, baby, I love true crime, right? I love true crime. I love listening to true crime podcasts. I love to put on a Dateline every now and then. When I was growing up, my mom used to love putting on Dateline for us, right? That was fun to watch, but not fun to watch in the way that I was obsessed with these people. It was more fun in the way that I felt like it was educating me on like what to be aware of, you know, like my surroundings, the type of people, you know, that's what it felt like. Be educated on the way that these like scary people move and learn that it's not going to be like somebody that you expect it to be. That's the way that I have consumed true crime content, right? But these true crime people that like are like fanatics of that shit, that are obsessive over these people, like especially the ones that will turn around and like they talk about like, I don't know, like killers being attractive and shit like that. Or for example, naming your fucking kids after them. That shit's fucking weird. That shit's fucking weird. Okay, let's get into this. My wife has a slightly irritating true crime hobby. It's one of those hobbies we keep separate from our relationship. For the most part, she's normal about it and knows when to bring it up. I'm only reminded of it when she's around another quote-unquote aficionado. We had twins earlier this year. There were some negotiations about the names. I know at the end of the day, she's the one doing the hard work and has the final say, but she was inclined to eccentric, potentially life-ruining names that I had to talk her out of. Good God. I'm having a stroke. One day she came to me with 2 surprisingly ordinary names and named separately. No one would bat an eye at either one. In fact, no one batted an eye until recently. We were visiting family and she was showing off the kids when my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, took me aside and said, "Are you serious? You named your twins after them?" Who's them? I had no idea. I hadn't made the connection until that moment. When I got home, I confronted her and demanded we change the names. She said it was just coincidence and that maybe subconsciously she paired the names, but the names are common and changing them would be a hassle and draw even more attention to it in the first place. I said we can simply explain we hadn't made the connection at the time and decided to change it as soon as we realized. After all, my sister-in-law already said something. She won't budge, and I find it concerning. Am I wrong? Y'all are probably blah, 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 blah. Y'all are probably wondering what's the names. The names are Dylan and Eric. When I read those names, I was like, Dylan and Eric? Who's Dylan and Eric? Then I scroll down and it says here that Dylan and Eric are the Columbine shooters. Dylan and Eric are the two kids that did the Columbine shooting. Smoking that stutter pack is crazy. Yeah, no, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Do you know, if I was a kid and I got named that and I grew up, because eventually these children would learn about the Columbine shooters. Everybody learns about who those people are eventually. Imagine growing up and finding out that you and your brother coincidentally have the exact same names. Not just, oh, I'm Dylan and this guy's name is Dylan, but my brother's name is John, not Eric. But no, both of you are named Dylan and Eric, and your mother is obsessed with true crime. I would be sick to my fucking stomach, dog. I would literally be sick to my stomach. And that right there, I'm going to be honest with you. That feels like this might be kind of a reach. I lost my damn lighter. What the fuck? This happens every time, dog. Hello? 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 Oh, it's right here. It blends in because this thing is green too. Okay. This is kind of a reach. But I'm just going to be real with you. When I hear about people that are obsessed with like true crime in like a weird way like this, it makes me believe that they want to live through the crimes. Whether that be they want to be murderers themselves or they want to be the victim of one of these murderers. If you turn around and you name your children after a murderer, the first thing that comes to my mind is that you want your child to become that murderer. So if you name your kids Dylan and Eric, the first thing that comes to my mind is that you want them to be school shooters. I'm gonna be real with you. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. There is absolutely no way. There's no other way for me to think that. Like, think about anything else. That's it. And that's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. And I feel like those are the same type of people that, like I said, they would want them to be like those murderers. So what would they do? They would raise them in that way. Probably not outright be like, you need to kill people, but they might do things subconsciously. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe that guy shouldn't be with that woman, because that woman's she sounds a little bit scary. She sounds a little bit scary. Oh, this one's interesting. Because this person is better than me. That's all I'm going to say. This person is absolutely... Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to read this one, and then we're going to read a really fucking stupid one. Really stupid one. Here we go. Don't worry if you're late. This is going to get uploaded on YouTube, so you could turn around and watch it there. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, here we go. I stole from a museum as a child, and I don't mean from the gift shop. This is a confession. When I was a child, around 7 or 8, I went on a school trip to a museum that had an ancient Egyptian exhibit running. The museum staff allowed the class to look at some old relics, passing them around in a circle. I remember looking at this little green/blue one, this little green/blue colored figurine of a goddess with a hippo head. I really liked it. Without a second thought, I put it in my pocket and took it home with me. I sat at home playing with it, not really understanding the gravity of what I had done. Then we had a big assembly at school. The museum was looking for the figurine, as it was not a replica, but an actual ancient Egyptian artifact. I remember playing scenarios in my head of how I could give it back without getting caught, but I couldn't see a way out of it. The museum became angrier. The assemblies grew more pressing. Letters went home to all parents. Parents were called in of quote unquote naughty children who could have possibly done it. Finally, everyone calmed down. They realized they weren't getting it back. I got away with it. The problem is I'm 31 now and still have the figurine. I couldn't throw it away. It's thousands of years old. I couldn't give it back. I would have been in unbelievable trouble. If I gave it back now, it would look strange that it's turned up after all this time in the same town by someone who went to the same school. I've never told anyone about this figurine. No one else has ever seen it. I have no idea what I'll do with it, but that's my confession. Museum thief of an ancient artifact at 7 years old. Now let me tell you what I would have done. I would have sold it. Yeah, if you held on to it for this long, I would have sold that. I would have went to one of those little bidding things. Yep, and I would have sold it, and I would have been rich. And that would not have been on my conscience anymore. It would not have. Yep. I probably would have been paranoid for life if I had stolen that, because I would have been like, damn, am I fucking cursed? I literally would have thought I was cursed. But apparently she's not. She seems fine. She didn't talk about any weird shit happening to her. I for sure would have thought I was fucking cursed. Can we look up this artifact? What artifact is that? What does she say? Green Egyptian artifact. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna search this right now. See if the artifact comes up. Egypt artifact. See if there's like a picture or something of it. It says it's a real thing. Vase of goddess to. Oh, I don't know how to say that word. It starts with a T, y'all. That's cool. I would have stole it too. That shit looks cool as fuck. I think she's talking about this one. Can y'all see that? I'd have stole that shit too. My fingers would have got real sticky when they put that in my hand. That's cool. Yeah, no. She's lucky she wasn't cursed. But I for sure would have ended up in one of those like auctions. And I would have sold that shit and I would have made off with millions of dollars. That shit would have been worth fucking millions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. All right. We have enough time to do the stupid fucking one. Where's it at? Oh, damn. One that I saved literally got fucking deleted. It was posted 2 hours ago, and it was like this guy asking, am I the asshole for telling my friend not to screenshot my girlfriend's Snapchat story? It got fucking deleted. I should have screenshotted it. Shit, I was trying to read the early submissions of people, like, because people be deleting their shit. Especially, I could not find ones of people where people did tell them that they were the asshole. I saw 2. I read these for hours. And I only found 2 that were still available that people had said, yes, you're the asshole. Because people delete them. People get embarrassed and delete them. So you can't really find the good ones unless you're one of the first people. Damn. But yeah, it was fucked up. He had put, like, his girlfriend had uploaded, like, it was like a video he took of her, like, her jumping in the pool. And, like, his friend was, like, screenshotting it and, like, sending it to his other friends. And then they started hitting her up. That's fucking weird. That's not your friends. That's not your fucking friends. All right, let's get into this really fucking stupid one. Ugh, maybe I'm just judging too hard, y'all. Maybe I'm judging too hard. Here we go. I don't even want to read the fucking title. This one pissed me off so fucking much. He gave me an STD while I was pregnant with his baby. Here we go. So I had a baby 2 days ago. Damn, this was posted 3 days ago. Damn, I thought this one was going to be like from years ago. Bitch, this is fresh. Oh, this is fresh. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't know if I was ready, but since she's been here, She has been my whole world. I met a man about 2 years ago. Already pissed the fuck off. 2 years? You met him 2 years ago and you had a fucking baby with him? It gets worse, y'all. Here we go. I didn't even finish the sentence. And I lost my virginity to him when I was 20. She just met him 2 years ago and gave this man her virginity and decides, yep, I should get pregnant by this man. Ooh, it makes me want to just like put my fingers in my mouth and bite them clean off. Are you serious? I'm now 22 and I've spent 2 years trying to chase a relationship with a guy that wants to have options when it comes to females and has multiple females believing he only wants them. So you've been aware of this, babe. You've been aware of the fact. You've been chasing him for 2 years. You've known that there was an issue. And you decided to have a baby with him. But we don't know. Maybe she accidentally got pregnant. Ooh, we're going to pray. Yep, we're going to pray for you, girl. We're going to pray so hard. I'm going to pray so hard for you, baby. I really am. I recently found out I have chlamydia, and he's the only one I was doing things with, so I got it from him. I had to be induced unexpectedly, and it's only been about a week since I was told I had it. I found out after the baby that that his other baby mama, wow, he has another baby mama. Pro tip, real fucking quick, okay? I'ma just pro tip, babe. If you are 20 years old and you meet a man and you lose, not even, you know what, fuck the part about losing virginity. If you are 20 years old and you meet a man and he has a baby mama, that is not your man, okay? Just go ahead and hear that, because again, we got the younger audience here. You are young and you meet a man that's young too and has a baby mama, that is not your man. Let's say it together. That is not your man. Okay, great. I'm so glad we have an understanding of that. Here we go. He was not there. Where are we at? He was not there for our daughter's birth after he said he would be. Of course he wasn't. He was just at the birth of another girl's baby that wasn't even his, and he named that baby? Yo, this guy's fucked up. What? Okay. After 2 years of being stepped on and always going back, I've finally let go. Thank fuck. I've chosen to be free. I know one day somebody will love me the way I deserve. Thank fuck. I mean, I feel like you realized it a little bit late, but you know what? I'm just happy you realized it, baby. I am just happy that you realized it. I'm going to pray so hard for you, but this whole situation got me pissed the fuck off. Genuinely reading that made me angry because you are so young. 20 years old, you lost your virginity to this man. You knew he had issues of like commitment issues. You ended up pregnant. Expected him to still be there for the birth is crazy. Y'all. I'm just gonna pray for that girl. This whole situation is crazy. I mean, she added some edits to it, and then she explained at the time, obviously I was young and naive, like just like edits explaining herself, I think, because obviously like I am not the only one that felt pissed off by this post. Obviously the people in the comments are also like reaming this girl for like, are you serious? Oh my God. That's another thing. I wish she had mentioned how old the guy was. I wish she had mentioned that. Because it sounds like he's taking advantage of women, especially if you were a 20-year-old virgin. It sounds like he's taking advantage of like, what would that be called? Somebody that's more susceptible. What would it be? More easily manipulated. There we go. Definitely older. That's exactly what I think. Definitely older. Damn, he just walking around with chlamydia? That's insane. Does he not feel that? That's it. Holy shit. That was intense, y'all. Look at my glasses. I swear I felt very educated this whole time. Did I sound smarter? Yeah, I know. I feel like I did. I enjoyed that. I think I'm going to keep reading these and I'm going to try to go through. I'm going to try maybe like to dabble in there. I'm going to try every day and see if I can catch ones in the very beginning and screenshot them and collect them. And maybe I can get enough of some really fucking wild ones. And we can do this every now and then. This was fun. I enjoyed this. Someone in the chat earlier said that I needed to try the grapefruit Topo Chico. I saw that. I'm about to be finished with these. I actually will be trying that so I can try a new flavor. Well, the stuttering. Hey now, relax. I'm doing my best. The stutter pack is crazy. But this was a lot of fun, everybody. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me tonight. Happy fucking Wednesday. Get excited because the next time we hang out with each other is going to be on Friday. Friday's coming, and every Friday there's a new YouTube video up on the main channel, so I'm excited, and you should be too, because it was a fun one. You'll see. It's a fun one. You'll see. But anyway, guys, I love you so much. I hope that you sleep very well tonight and wake up feeling great, because tomorrow is going to be a great day, and the day after that, and the day after that, they're all great days. Seriously. I'm going to give you some homework tonight, and for your homework tonight, it's going to be, instead of scrolling aimlessly on social media, it's going to be get on Reddit and read some of these submissions. Read some submissions, because here's the thing that I found is that not everybody wants to read a book, but most of everybody enjoys a little bit of drama. So if you can get yourself to stop all that mindless scrolling and just read something, a lot better. Take that from the girl with the glasses, okay? All right. I love you guys. Good night, everybody.